The controversy surrounding Disney's new live-action remake of Snow White has escalated into a global conversation, drawing attention from fans, critics, and political observers alike. In a surprising development, the film has been banned from theatrical release in Lebanon, reportedly due to the inclusion of actress Gal Gadot in the cast. Sources close to the production suggest that Gadot, who plays the evil queen, is dissatisfied with her involvement in the project, citing the unexpected political fallout as a key factor. The 39-year-old actress, celebrated for her roles in major franchises, stars opposite Rachel Zegler, who portrays Snow White. The film premiered internationally last month to mixed reviews, but authorities in Lebanon opted not to approve it for local release, citing politically sensitive concerns tied to Gadot's background. According to Variety, Lebanon's Ministry of Interior made the decision in line with national policies governing public media and international relations. A spokesperson for Italia Films, the Middle Eastern distributor, noted that the ban was not entirely unexpected, as previous films featuring Gadot have also been excluded from release in the region. Gal Gadot, an Israeli-born actress who served in her country's military, has been a vocal advocate for her homeland, particularly following the tragic events of October last year. During an emotional speech at a human rights summit in New York on March 4th, she expressed heartbreak over global reactions that she felt failed to fully acknowledge the suffering of her fellow citizens. Her public stance has made her a polarizing figure in certain regions, contributing to the decision to ban Snow White in Lebanon. This ban follows a similar move just 2 months earlier, when Marvel's Captain America, Brave New World, was also denied release in Lebanon, reportedly due to the involvement of another Israeli actress. These decisions underscore how casting choices can become entangled in broader geopolitical issues, sparking debates among viewers, critics, and international observers. The bans have also fueled online discussions, with some speculating about behind-the-scenes tensions between cast members, allegedly rooted in differing perspectives on global issues. Despite these challenges, Snow White continues to screen in several international markets, though debates about its cast and political implications remain a focal point. The film, once anticipated as a nostalgic reimagining of a Disney classic, has been labeled a widely criticized film by detractors, with some claiming it has failed to capture audience interest. Much of the criticism has centered on Rachel Zegler, with rumors suggesting she is deflecting blame toward her co-star Gal Gadot. This has only deepened the narrative of a production plagued by discord. Let's unpack this Hollywood saga, because it's far more than a fairy tale gone awry. It's a full-blown industry crisis. Reports from entertainment outlets paint a troubled picture of the Snow White production. Insiders claim that Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot struggled to connect, with tensions simmering throughout filming. There was definitely strain between the two actresses. A source told Entertainment Tonight they were far from close. While promotional materials projected an image of camaraderie, the reality behind the camera was reportedly frosty. The rift reportedly began on social media, where Zegler shared a heartfelt Instagram post about her experience filming Snow White. The post included warm reflections, behind-the-scenes photos, and gratitude for the cast and crew, but conspicuously omitted any mention of Gadot. No photos, no tags, not even a passing reference to the evil queen. Fans quickly noticed the omission, and speculation about a feud exploded online. Was this an oversight, or was it deliberate? Fans asked on platforms like X. The conversation swiftly shifted from the film's merits to the possibility of backstage drama. Zegler's exclusion of Gadot became a lightning rod, overshadowing the movie's narrative and drawing attention to deeper issues. The rumored feud wasn't just about personalities. It was rooted in profound ideological differences. Gadot, a proud Israeli who served in the military, has consistently spoken about her identity and her support for her homeland. "I'm Gal, and I'm Jewish," she once declared in an interview, emphasizing her cultural roots. In contrast, Zegler has publicly expressed support for Palestinian causes, notably posting a bold statement online during filming. Support for Palestinian causes. This statement ignited a firestorm, amplifying existing tensions on set. As one insider described it, filming with those two was like trying to bake cookies while one wanted chocolate chips and the other was adding spices. The metaphor captures the challenge of uniting two actresses with starkly different worldviews in a high-stakes production. Zegler's post drew sharp criticism from supporters of Israel, with one prominent X account accusing her of discriminatory views. The accusation carried significant weight, amplifying the controversy. Meanwhile, supporters of Palestinian causes were choosing not to support the film due to Gadot's involvement and her military background. In an ironic twist, neither side of the political spectrum was satisfied, leaving Snow White caught in a no-win situation. Zegler's challenges extended beyond her political stance. Her public comments about the original 1937 Snow White animated film sparked outrage among Disney purists. She described the classic as dated, called the prince a stalker, and argued that the story needed a complete overhaul. These remarks alienated fans who cherished the original, with one ex-user commenting, "She disrespected a beloved classic," and then wonders why audiences aren't showing up. The film's opening weekend told a grim story. Social media posts showed photos of nearly empty theaters, with entire rows of seats vacant. Some cinemas canceled screenings due to insufficient ticket sales. Disney had invested $270 million in production and another $100 million in marketing, making Snow White one of the studio's most expensive live-action remakes. Yet, early box office numbers suggested it could become a historic flop. In an attempt to salvage the film's image, Zegler and Gadot appeared together at the 2025 Academy Awards to present an award. On stage, they smiled for the cameras, but observers noted a lack of warmth. "They didn't even glance at each other," one attendee remarked. "It was painfully awkward." The moment, meant to signal unity, instead fueled speculation about their strained relationship. Post-event, Zegler shared an Instagram story that referred to Gadot as a professional pageant queen. While seemingly complimentary, the phrase struck many as dismissive, as if questioning Gadot's acting credentials. The comment further eroded hopes of reconciliation and intensified scrutiny on Disney's PR strategy. Disney's publicity team was thrust into crisis mode. They hired a social media consultant to oversee Zegler's posts and mitigate further damage, but the effort came too late. Producers held emergency meetings, with some traveling cross-country to address the situation. Rumors swirled that Steven Spielberg, a consultant on the project, expressed concern about the film's public image. Zegler attempted to clarify her position on Instagram stories, writing, "I never want to seem ungrateful, but I'm receiving harassment and it's been overwhelming." Her words, intended to quell the storm, only intensified the backlash, as critics accused her of playing the victim. Snow White's troubles reflect broader challenges in Hollywood, where political tensions, social media dynamics, and cultural expectations collide. The film has become a case study in how casting decisions can reverberate beyond the screen, especially in an era of heightened geopolitical awareness. By casting two actresses with opposing public personas, Disney inadvertently created a flashpoint for debate. The bans in Lebanon and other regions highlight the complexities of global distribution. Middle Eastern markets, sensitive to political affiliations, often scrutinize casting choices, as seen in the earlier ban of Captain America. Brave New World. These decisions raise questions about how studios can navigate international sensitivities while maintaining creative freedom. Fans remain divided. On X, some defend Zegler, arguing that her comments about the original Snow White were taken out of context. She was trying to modernize the story for today's audience, one supporter wrote. Others, however, see her as dismissive of Disney's legacy, with one user stating, "You don't trash a classic and expect fans to cheer." Critics have been equally harsh. A review in The Hollywood Reporter called the film a visually stunning but narratively hollow retelling, while Variety noted that the off-screen drama has overshadowed any on-screen magic. The consensus suggests that Snow White struggles to balance nostalgia with innovation, a common pitfall for Disney's live-action remakes. Imagine a scenario where Disney had anticipated the geopolitical backlash. Could they have cast differently or prepared a more robust PR strategy? In a fictional boardroom meeting, executives might have debated Gadot's inclusion, weighing her star power against potential market losses in certain regions. Alternatively, they could have leaned into the controversy, marketing Snow White as a bold reimagining unafraid to tackle tough issues. Another possibility, what if Zegler and Gadot had addressed their differences publicly? A joint statement acknowledging their contrasting views while emphasizing mutual respect could have diffused some tension. Instead, their silence allowed rumors to fester, turning a manageable issue into a PR nightmare. Snow White's saga underscores the power of social media to amplify controversies. Platforms like X and Instagram can elevate a single post, like Zegler's omission of Gadot, into a global talking point. This dynamic challenges studios to monitor not only their films, but also their stars' online presence. The film also raises questions about representation in Hollywood. Zegler, a Latina actress, was hailed as a groundbreaking choice for Snow White, yet her political activism has overshadowed her performance. Gadot, meanwhile, faces scrutiny for her national identity, despite her established career. Their experiences highlight the tightrope actors must walk in an industry where personal beliefs can shape public perception. As Snow White continues its theatrical run, its legacy is uncertain. Will it be remembered as a bold but flawed reimagining, or as a cautionary tale of Hollywood hubris? Disney faces the challenge of rebuilding trust with fans while navigating a polarized cultural landscape. Future live-action remakes, such as Mufasa, The Lion King, will likely face similar scrutiny, forcing the studio to rethink its approach. For Zegler and Gadot, the fallout may have lasting effects. Zegler's rising star status has been tested, and she'll need to rebuild goodwill with audiences. Gadot, more established, has weathered the storm, but may face ongoing challenges in certain markets. Their story is a reminder that in today's Hollywood, the line between art and politics is razor thin. What began as a live-action fairy tale has morphed into one of Disney's most significant PR challenges. Snow White's journey from script to screen reveals the complexities of modern filmmaking, where every decision, casting, marketing, social media, carries weight. The real drama, it seems, unfolds not on the screen, but in the headlines, hashtags, and heated debates that define our cultural moment.